Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at something that's now quite old and becoming harder and harder to find, especially in this mint sealed unopened condition. We are looking at the 1999 release by Hasbro from their Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace series of 12-inch action figures. And these figures are all released to tie in with the first installment of the prequel trilogy, The Phantom Menace, which was released in the cinema in 1999, and basically saw the introduction of Anakin Skywalker, who then went on obviously to be Darth Vader, grow up to be Darth Vader. Okay, and this is the prequel story that brought Anakin Skywalker to the screen, you follow the story through the 3 films until he becomes Darth Vader at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Okay, but this figure we're looking at today is of none other than the Jedi Master who actually found Anakin Skywalker, and it is of Qui-Gon Jinn, as portrayed in a movie by Liam Neeson. And this particular figure is based on him as he was as the Jedi Qui-Gon Jinn in the film Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace. Okay, so this is the front of the box, and at the very top it says ages 4 and up, 12-inch figures, assortment number 57129, and it's item number 57131, and it says with lightsaber. And at the bottom you've got an image of Darth Maul, who was obviously the Sith in the episode. It says Star Wars Episode 1 Qui-Gon Jinn, Hasbro logo on the right hand side, and on the bottom left hand side it's got warning, choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3. Okay, that's the front of the box. Let's turn the box around now and let's see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I'll turn the box around and this is what we got on the back. Now at the top you can see you've got the same image of Darth Maul, and it says Star Wars Episode 1. This is a generation before Star Wars A New Hope. In a galaxy far, far away, an evil force is gaining strength and threatens an entire civilization. 2 courageous Jedi, a young queen, a Gungan outcast, and a slave boy named Anakin band together to save a planet under attack as the fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance. So the adventure continues with this exciting introduction of exclusive figures from Star Wars Episode 1. Authentically styled with incredible detail, each fully posable figure features a realistic costume and all accessories to recreate all the excitement of the movie. Collect them all. So there's in the same series you've got Darth Maul, Jar Jar Binks, and Qui-Gon Jinn. And this particular one is obviously Qui-Gon Jinn. And at the bottom you've got the data card of Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn uses the Force against invading Trade Federation battle droids in the blue capital of Thread. I think that's supposed to cut that card out, I think. And let's visit the official Star Wars website, www.starwars.com, and also the official Hasbro site, www.hasbro.com. You got Hasbro logo and the copyright information, 1998 Hasbro Inc. Oh, so this is 98 release, not 99, so it was released just before the movie came out. And it says join the official Star Wars fan club. You got the proof of purchase at the bottom right hand corner. It says Hasbro 20 Jedi Master Points. Now back in the day when these first come out, if you collected the proof of purchase, you had a certain number of points, and if you sent away for the wall chart, or for the chart, just like the old Action Men back in the 70s, you collect the stars, you send away, and you get free gifts. And the Jedi Master Points was the same principle. Collect the points and send away and you'll get a figure or you get a toy and so on. Okay, so that's the back of the box. So I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn the box back around to the front, but rather than just see if we can see the figure through the box, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the box and take the figure out, and let's have a good look at him outside of the box. Okay, so I have removed the figure from the box, and although I can't remove him from the board because you can see he is all strapped in still with all the the wire, but I mean I could take those off, but at the bottom there you can see that there's threading that is holding him onto the back of the box, which is his cloak basically. So I'm not going to be able to remove him from the box without ripping the threading off of the cloak. So I'm going to leave him in. We're going to have a look at him while he's still attached to the inner card. But there we are. Let's have a look at his face now. The sculpting on this figure is incredible for the time. Bearing in mind this is 1998, so we're talking, what we're talking, 36 years ago when this figure was produced, and sorry, not 36, 26 years ago since this figure was produced, and for the time it's incredible. It looks exactly like Liam Neeson did when he was playing the part of Qui-Gon Jinn in the episode, the Phantom Menace, episode 1. The face is spot on. It's absolutely perfect to Liam Neeson. The full looks are just incredible. The eyes are just right. The hairstyle is perfect, and the beard is just absolutely spot on. I mean, you couldn't get it any closer if you tried. It is done so well, and it is the real hair, rather than just a molded hair. But the beard is molded onto the face rather than being real hair. But I mean, the eyes are incredible because they've captured Liam Neeson's eyes and the actual shape of his face absolutely perfectly to as he was in the Phantom Menace. Absolutely spot on. I can't rate this figure highly enough because it is so well produced and sculpted. It's incredible. And then coming down to his attire, you can see he's in his red Jedi robes. So his white undergarment or shirt, whatever you like to call it, with a black belt on it. His brown cloak and his brown trousers and boots, exactly as worn in the episode. And of course there is his lightsaber, and his lightsaber was a green one as he used in the movie, and there you can see it is with the blade out and he's holding it in his hand. So very well done. And I don't know if I can remove I can't remove it because it is attached to his hand there. I did just want to have a look at the hilt and see how close it is, but I can't. It looks very much like the hilt that Liam Neeson, there we go, that might be a better view, that Liam Neeson had in the movie. So yeah, even the detailing on the lightsaber is very good. So yeah, I mean, I can say it's terrific features. The articulation is not as good as it could have been, though, to be perfectly frank with you. Obviously you've got the head movements, which is perfect. You've also got the waist movement, which is as perfect as always. Let's start with the legs, because the knee joints do not move. So you cannot move it. It's a full rubber leg, but the legs do go up and down, and you can move the feet from side to side. So you have got decent movement on the legs, but there's no joints in the knee, so you cannot move. But the legs are soft rubber, so you can position them quite easily. Now, same with the arms. Now, you've got the hands, which are also soft rubber, so they're quite easy incapable of holding lightsabers and weapons and things. The hands are on a ball joint. You can just see that. If I can just pull that hand down for you to see, you can see it's on a ball joint, so you can do and move the hand any particular way that you like, which is very good. Again, there's no elbow movement on there, but the arm does turn. You can turn it, so there's obviously a joint further up, and you can raise the arms as well. So apart from the fact there's no elbow joints and no knee joints, the articulation was very good, but it could have been better if they had put the joints in on the knees and the arms. Now it says 12 inches. So what are we looking at? We are looking at 30 centimeters, which is 12 inches. Width-wise, we are looking at, across his arms, we're looking at about 15 centimeters approximately, maybe 16, depending on where you've got the hands positioned. And if we measure the depth of the figure, we are about 5 centimeters. And if I just want to measure the length of the lightsaber, because I think that's quite a long lightsaber. So you've got 15 centimeters of blade, and then the hilt itself is another, what are we looking at, 5 centimeters. So you're looking at 20 centimeters of lightsaber there. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of detailing on this figure. The dress, and obviously it is all fabric clothing, as you can see. It's none of the clothing is molded, it is all fabric. So very, very good. You can remove the cloak, and you can remove, well, you can remove everything really, the boots, the undergarments, the trousers, everything can be removed. Okay, so that is about all I can show you. I can't show you anything behind the figure, obviously, because it's still attached to the board. But that's about all I can show you of the figure. But again, I just have to say that it's such a good likeness of Liam Neeson, who played Qui-Gon Jinn. It's just incredible. One of the best 12-inch action figures from the... Well, there was only 3 12-inch action figures. I think this was probably the best, and then Darth Maul, and then Jar Jar Binks. But the detailing is just out of this world. So how well did these figures do? Well, that's the sad thing really, is because despite the quality and the detailing of these figures, I think it was all down to the cost factor back in the day, because these were a lot more expensive than the standard 4-inch figures that were released for the movie. So the 4-inch figures were sold in abundance. There were so many of them produced, whereas the 12-inch figures, the quantities were obviously a lot less than the smaller figures. The market area that you're aiming for is much smaller for the bigger figures. So it's really only the collectors and maybe a few of the kids would have wanted the bigger dolls. But remember, the bigger dolls are, for the children, they were much bigger and more difficult to handle than the smaller figures. And at probably about 4 or 5 times the price of the smaller figures, they wasn't something that the parents was really wanted to buy the kids, as the playability wasn't there and the cost was so much more. So unfortunately they didn't sell as well as I think Hasbro would have hoped they would. But for me, these are the best figures ever of the entire range of episode 1. Obviously, I mean, this is something that you would just keep on display. Well, for me as a collector, I'll just display the figures. I wouldn't actually, probably not even take it out of the back box there. I would just leave it on display as he is, because he stands very well. He looks the part and really displays well in the on the card. So there we are. So yes, they did sell, not as well as one was expected. But obviously Hasbro wouldn't have produced the figures if they didn't have the market in the first place. So they did, obviously they did produce them, and they did get them into all the toy stores, but they didn't sell in the toy stores as well as was expected. Okay, let's fast forward now 26 years, and do these figures come up very often on the platforms? Well, yes, they do come up, but nowadays they don't come up as often as they used to in this condition, in this unopened condition. You can pick them up fairly easily on multiple platforms if you just want a loose figure. And obviously the loose figure may or may not come with a lightsaber, and may be missing the cloak, or maybe missing certain things, and it would have been obviously played with or displayed at some point. So you can pick them up loose. They're not appearing as often as I used to on the platforms now as a sealed figure like this one. But that's hardly surprising, as obviously as the time's gone on, they do get less and less release on the platforms. And of course now they are demanding quite high money on the platforms. However, yes, you know it, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a good case full of these figures, which we purchased from a shop buyout. There was a case of these figures in the stock room that had never been taken out and never been placed on the shelf, and that case included Qui-Gon, Darth Maul and Jar Jar Binks, and all those figures are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Wars items and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive that this is something you won't want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful Qui-Gon Jinn figure with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.